Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome back to another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate as Australia. So, before I even get into anything, I just wanted to mention I wasn't able to stream this weekend. Very busy weekend. So, I did the best thing I could, which was I recorded about 1 hour of Supreme Ruler Ultimate for Monday. Pretty much I recorded 5 different games, and I'm going to do 1 hour each day this week for each game. And then try to sneak in, keyword is try, to sneak in a live stream on Wednesday, I'm hoping. Do I need industrial goods? Let's close that up. But anyways, let's get into things. Yeah, so we actually do need industrial goods. We're building stuff, and I don't remember what we're building. I just remember we're building stuff here, I think. Yeah. So, I'm going to unpause. Oh, yeah, that's right. Our next plan. So our next plan of expansion is going to be, oh, look at that. Singapore expanded out into these little towns and villages here. Good to know. So yeah, so we are building, there we go. Yeah, we're building some industrial goods. That's what was going on. Okay. We were trying to, over the last little bit, kind of cap out our goods. Yeah, let's do that. We're also building some oil derricks here in the ocean, which is good. Let's say we built the supply depot here. Yes, we did. So those industrial good facilities should be good to go very soon. Yeah, we don't want to sell any into nuclear materials anymore. I believe some of the stuff I was trying to do during the last live stream was just kind of cap out on some goods. And just try to kind of min-max everything. I believe I also told our minister to increase increase treasury, increase revenues, spend money on infrastructure, but also, did I not tell you to domestic spending, corporate taxes? Well, I can't tell you. It's our minister here. Produce self-sufficiency. Yes, there we go. Increase domestic prices. So the hope is Vietnam and the USSR signed a deal. Good for you. The plan is for for all that to slowly and positively, holy smokes, let's close it some of this there. To increase our local prices so that our demand goes down for a lot of this stuff. I believe our population is, yeah, our population is 92 million now. So, needless to say, we got a lot of stuff to, or a lot of people. A lot of people to feed right now. We've got a lot of work to do in regards to supply. Not too worried about that. Yeah. We're supporting. God dang it. Egypt really likes us. That's because they overthrew their government. Well, love some, yeah, whatever. We're gonna build some more agriculture. Actually, do we need more rubber? No, we don't. So we need, yeah, we need oil. Oil, wood, agriculture. We need consumer goods as well, but I believe there's issues with it somewhere. Oh, maybe not. I think we just have a lot of people. So I mean, we're working. We're slowly growing the brand that is Australia. One of the next plans for expansion is New Zealand. Though I don't know. Yeah, lots of agriculture, no rubber, timber. They do have oil, coal, metal, No uranium from what I can see. No power. One way you can also do it is click diplomatic trade, and look at it and be like, okay. So right now their agriculture production is really good. Obviously their rubber production is really bad. Their timber production is good. They have no oil production right now, so that would cause some problems. The coal is good. Their metal is not good. They have no uranium production. Power is a bad thing for them. They're really good for consumer goods. So I'm actually going to buy a bunch. Really? You won't even sell me? Okay, that's good to know. But, yeah. So our big thing right now, industrial goods. We need to get those industrial goods up and running so we can build what we need to build. Which is, in this case, most of the stuff right now is oil related. Let's... $95 tons, 92, 63, 62, 91, 96, 99, 97. Alright, so here and here are really good for agriculture. 1, 2, 3. Construction. And 1, 2. Construction. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out why. I'll do that. France. That should do us for what we need. We're going to run a little low on money for a little bit, which shouldn't be a big deal. Question is, do I want to move the Vengeance to Eastern Australia yet? Because remember, our next plan of expansion is Australia. Or not Australia, sorry, New Zealand. And once we get nuclear power as well, we're going to be laughing. Yeah, we're starting to get into, say, more up-to-date Commonwealth units. But it's 1954. I would like to, over the next little bit, start getting more modernized weapons and units. Throwing a lot of money into research is going to be a big deal. I do want to build at least one or two more research facilities. Right now we've got 2 consumer facilities, each putting out 2,000 each. If I built another 2, that'd be 4. We double up to 8. We still would not have enough consumer goods to cover up what we need. Our agriculture is taking forever. I believe I'm going to get you to do construction there. I think here was the next high one. No, 65. 97. 94. 93, 95, 92, 85, 92. So we had a 96, but we also had a 97 over here, didn't we? Yeah, we had a 97 and a 98. So we're just going to continue up this way then. So I'm going to order all of you to go to the first one. Nope. That should work. Yeah, we'll agree to both of those. Buy a bunch of industrial goods. No big deal. I'm going to order 2 of these guys actually to go there. In the meantime, we have 2 full stacks of guys down here. Agriculture. 99. 98. 98. Thinking this spot right here, 98. And what about down this way? Five is the highest. 90. Thing is, these 90s are going to turn into higher numbers later on when we get better research. So 90, 89, and 90. China and Ireland. That's interesting. Lump sum of petroleum? Sure. I'll close those. Get rid of those. And there we go. So we're gonna be we are behind the times a little bit when it comes to food production. I mean, we're making enough money that we're basically just buying the food we need and the supplies we need. This here alone should really impact our oil production. Might take a few days for it to kick in, but almost already our oil production is climbing significantly here. Look at that, we're almost at 3 million barrels. These things aren't even fully supplied yet. You guys are all done. Okay. In the meantime, zero barrels of oil, eh? I just agreed to something that I don't know what I agreed to. There we go. Yeah, so this will, I mean, we got 45 million barrels in reserve right now for our oil, so not too worried there. Nuclear research is about 60 days away, or basically 2 months away from possibly being completed. These things are 3% a day. We're looking at about 60 days from those being completed. Those are all done. Those are all done. I mean, we're going to slowly catch up when it comes to all this. How's the supply doing? Supply's not the best here. Got a supply depot there. Oh, I thought I heard my dog. So the plan is to go for about an hour. Build a road going down the south, but that won't really do much. Our minister is... Wait, so are we low on... Yeah, we are low on timber. So went from World Conquest to try to figure out how to keep our stuff working. Or not keep our stuff working, but to keep our economy chugging along. Okay, so right now our aircraft barely have the ability to hit Australia if we wanted to actually attack them. So if we wanted to land and I could land troops here, and we could fight it for Christchurch. And basically the winner of this would get Australia. Or, no, sorry, New Zealand, because if we can land here, then we're laughing. The plan would be to bring in troops and just airdrop them at this airbase at that point. We have our amphibious groups that we could utilize and place off the coast, declare war, and then bring them in with the destroyers. But the question becomes, are we in a, we'll say, a good enough economic situation to absorb that? Because pretty much once we take New Zealand, we're going to sit for probably a long time. The reason why we'll be sitting is because we've got to wait for a lot of these nations around us to gain independence. That is our biggest issue right now, is those islands not having independence. And our line of sight basically is just us. We have no real early warning systems. Which, I mean, we don't really have to worry about right now. I mean, the world is not our biggest fan, but at the same time, I mean, I would like to have some sort of early warning system. Because if you look around the world, Canada likes us. Some of the countries, yeah, overall, we're not liked. So at any moment, other than the fact that we've signed some non-aggression pacts with some nations, we could end up in a very bad spot. A lot of these countries are feeding us resources and the goods that we need to keep things going, so basically at this point we need to become self-sufficient. I'm going to raise the price for this, for food here. Timber. Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to be 101%. Oil. I mean, thing is here, right? Prices have been going up. I mean, the main problem here is that people want it too much. How can I put this? How is New Zealand with agriculture? So they're producing more than they need. That's not going to produce much. Problem with us is location. Yeah, 65 tons, 66 tons, 96 tons. That's not so bad. We don't have really good agricultural locations. 41. If I only knew Australia's, I guess you can call it Achilles' heel, is going to be food production. Most of it can be grown around the coast, but the catch-22 is it doesn't really grow much, and obviously it's all based off of, oh, there we go, research reactors, which I believe now gives me the ability to do you. We're gonna pause. Let's pause you. Yeah, then you give me commercial power. So I added in commercial power right there. So theoretically, I will allow that for now and that. So what will happen is once we get the proper research, so in this case the designs here, because this is 189 days. So what will happen is this should complete, or sorry, when one of these complete, this will go in, and then just as this gets done, that should give us the ability to either research modern helicopters or nuclear power, or commercial nuclear power. Because once we get commercial nuclear power, we are laughing. No, don't need to worry about that. Yes, yes, and no. Actually, we can probably grow a lot of food here, can't we? Our supply is really good. $107, $106, $103, $4. These guys should all now just go via boat to those locations. Oh, what did we finish here? We finished understanding DNA. Okay, no big deal. How is our oil production now? So our oil production's still taking a little while to catch up. So do we have any other good areas where we can... They're good, but they're all the way in Australia itself. So what about some oil derricks? I mean, we're doing a lot of construction out over here. What? Let's kind of prioritize this area for construction for the next little bit, shall we? I'm actually surprised. I thought we'd be using up more industrial goods. So we're only running a deficit of 3,000 a day. And theoretically, I can actually just buy a bunch. Hey, Finland, how you doing, buddy? Sweden? Iran? Switzerland? Poland? Let's go for the States. Actually, yep. I'd actually be willing to buy that much. This would very much fix our issue. It's 1.1 million. They're probably going to ask for more money. Canada and Greece signed a deal. I'm actually going to say no to a lot of these for the moment. Mainly because of what we just bought from the Americans. I mean, they want a few billion. We just finished nuclear weapons research. Nice, so they want an additional 4.4 million. I'll agree to that. And there we go. We'd have 1.3 million tons of industrial goods. We're perfectly fine for construction for the next little bit. I'll take the lump sum of agriculture. So I'm going to leave our agriculture for a little bit. I'm going to let it go and see if it kind of levels itself out a little bit. As I say, the AI will be building its own agriculture here and there. So, all construction there, all construction there. Pretty much this is, I think, the only building we're doing at this point. Question is, do I want to build a research depot? We're currently doing 4-4, so you got 75 days. So I'm going to okay the Sea Hornet research when it's next. I don't want to buy oil from you. I'm going to close out all of you. Close out all of you. Close out all of you. I kind of wish you could lock out your minister from, or lock in, be like, hey, I want you to specifically spend money on the following thing of the following amount, instead of just locking out overall spending. Like, I would love to be like, hey, do me a favor. For social services, for infrastructure, spend a lot of money on infrastructure. Specifically, lock him out of whatever, and then me set the amount. Okay, I'm going to stop buying oil. Don't need to buy any more of it. Agriculture is, oh, it's so catching up. The thing here, right, it's all about supply. I mean, the supply levels here are, wow, they're actually really high, 78%. They should be going up even higher. Whoops, I clicked the wrong one, that's why. 78. 77. You're done now. Yeah, see, supply is good. You're fine. I don't need any more of you. We're losing money because of the amount of money I just tossed into you. No, I'm paused. I'm looking, I'm trying to figure out why we're losing this much money constantly, and then I realized, oh, that's because I'm smart. Okay, that's the other oceanic complex done. I would send these guys here, but the problem is that I can't get them back. So until I get helicopter transportation, then I could, go pick them up, bring them back, things like that. But I don't have that tech right now, which is what I could have done here. I could have decided to try to build a road because I'm smart like that. And unfortunately, I can't unbuild a road, so we actually have, in this case, roads that go nowhere. My headset's a little loose today for some reason. What other supplies do we have around here that I can hopefully get a lot from? 74, 74, 72. 4,300. So that's yearly. I'm trying to look for the reddest areas possible. Like here. That's all based on supply. It's slowly getting better, but yeah, we're gonna wait and see what happens there. No, thank you. I've got enough oil now. Thank you. Are these derricks done being built? No. Once these derricks are done, I'm basically going to go a couple derricks at a time. Do I have any good locations for wood? I kind of do here. How about up here? 104, 108. Those guys will help with that. Our power's kind of getting a little in arrears here. Yeah, we're just going to have to do a lot of building over the next little bit. I mean, one thing we can do is we can raise the price of it. We're making a lot of money right now, so I'm not too concerned. You're good. We're selling a little bit. Oh, we stopped producing units too. Why do I had these going in? Okay. Pretty much right now, Marines and these Elite Guard are our best units. $11, $6, and $7. Obviously the Kangaroo. Paratroopers for recon. The Ram is good. I don't have to worry about anti-tank guns. Basic missile truck is not bad. It takes 6 missiles. The thing is, we don't have any... Oh, we do. We have the Tyrannus and the Camulus. 300-kilometer range. And you're size 6. So... You're size 4. So the Camulus is the largest that this missile truck can take. Right? Yeah, so missile size is 6. And it can take 108 of them. $300 is that? That should be more than enough to reach, right? So if I place them, say, here. Nope. It's over 1,000 kilometers. But if I took Christchurch and then got the guys located here, I'd be able to hit just about anything south. So pretty much anything... Yeah, right now we really don't have the best missile tech. Yeah, you aren't willing to sell us any missiles as of yet. Oh wait, no. Tech, please. Ooh. F-86 Sabres. The Banshees right now are our best aircraft. The Thunderjets. They got Delta Darts and stuff like that right now. What's the range of you is the question. I don't like the fact that you can't get that information on the screen. But I think you would definitely be a really good aircraft. Because we don't have Panthers. So maybe we would try to buy from them the Panther and the Sabre. And try to upgrade our Air Force maybe. Thing is, if you look at the fuel, right? The fuel is 324. So the Banshee technically has more fuel than the Panther does. And the Sabre. Problem is that this is pretty much like World War II tech. This is 49 tech. Well... lump sum timber, sure. The Sabre is of the same year, actually. Oh. It has worse fuel efficiency. But the Panther is actually what would be replacing it. The Panther is actually a year older. Oh. Well, no. Why would I do that? You're not willing to sell me... Yeah, because there's the Banshee there. $324, 3, and 20. So the Saber is definitely the better interceptor. But the problem is that we're using our Banshees as, well, obviously our primary fighter as a multi-role aircraft. Who did we buy them from? I guess I must have bought these from the British. And the Americans have them as well. Wait, what is the green and the blue? Wait, why does the Banshee have a green and blue logo near it? What was that little icon that was there? It's not there. It's not there. There we go. So it's 1, 3. It's really good at naval combat, but that's it. I don't know what that blue and green thing is. I think it's telling me that I already have it. That's probably what it's saying. Let's see here. The Saber is... yeah, same thing as everyone else. 1, 3, and 4. Oh no, it's actually saying what it's good for. In this case, air combat. This one's good at land and naval, but not good at air. This one's the same thing. This one, really bad at... mostly good at naval combat. Okay. And these things are apparently actually do have some actual combat stats for some reason. Alright. Anyways. So, we are going to end up going to war with New Zealand after a certain amount of time. Just a matter of kind of getting our economy straightened out here. Oil production is almost on par. I mean, what we could do is just wait a little bit. I mean, we don't really have the military at this point. I mean, we have the force to take New Zealand, but at the same time, I feel as though we're still kind of lacking. So what I'm going to do is going to recall all of our engineers. Is this our other carrier? Yeah, it is. To there. We're actually going to build 3 research depots here. Aerospace engineering. Aerospace engineering. Oh, that's for satellites and stuff. Okay, yeah. I had a moment. Okay, these guys will get here and they'll start building. So we have, what was this? This is the HMS Sydney. HMAS. Sorry, HMCS is Her Majesty's Canadian ship. This is the HMAS. Just gonna give ourselves a little bit of a buffer. Okay. You land, all of you, construction, whoops. Construction there, please. Get 3 extra research slots going. You're still 100 days away. Add them all. Just say do construction there, please. Select the location. And now we should be looking at almost 1% a day. Yep. So instead of it taking almost 600 days, we're going to do it in 100. This will just get things built. This also brings our engineers home, and we can kind of work on our own little supply situation here at home. Definitely want to get supply up, well, better situated. Like, we have no supply depots around here. So I would like to build a supply depot. Probably at Perth, because it has the Air Force Base. Then also continue doing the road construction. The more road construction we can get going, the little better we can get our infrastructure. Better the infrastructure, better everything else will be. We're making lots of money. So I wonder how much tech I can... Okay, so we're going to hold up here for a second. Wait, was that poop? No, we have all the... Oh. Who was that? Was it Argentina? There we go. As countries get independence and stuff like that, we will take advantage, so to speak. And speaking of taking advantage... Okay, we still have those two. And I actually did the research there with the Americans, didn't I? Yes, I did. The question is, did they agree to that? I think they did. Which means I think I can now... transistor-based computers. So wait. Oh, I need this, right? Silicon transistors? Transistor-based computers. Okay, that right there. That needs silicon transistors, which needs through-hole particle circuits, which needs polarized improvements. Holy smokes. Okay. So can we get polymerized from you? Yeah, I can. Advanced isotopes as well. Let's just take that to be on the safe side. It's going to cost me 2.2 billion. There we go. So through-hole circuits is something else I would need. Boom. And I believe I needed you as well. Perfect. Transistor-based computers, if I can. Silicon transistors. We're literally buying one tech at a time at this point. No and yes. Boom, commercial nuclear power, and I think I can buy that from it. I cannot, okay. So that's one thing I can't buy from them, but we're now researching it. I'm actually just zooming in here. Oh, right there. Boom, commercial nuclear power. And we have it. And now we're just going for efficiencies at this point, because now we have commercial nuclear power. So now, once these two facilities are done, I'm going to go around and look for every petroleum plant. Like, for example, we have one here, and we have one here. I'm going to get rid of both of those, but before I do, I'm going to build 2 nuclear reactors in Perth. And then I'm going to take out this petroleum power plant and this petroleum power plant. Basically, we're going to replace them on a 1-to-1 scale. And how many of them do we have? We have one small one, which I'm just going to get rid of now. We have 38 petroleum power plants. Wow. This will significantly reduce our footprint. So for every single one, so we got to build 38 nuclear reactors, which actually shouldn't be that hard to do once we get things going. We're getting a good pile built up here of reactive material. This should also significantly impact the amount of oil that we're using. It will probably even it out. Come on. You still have, wow, almost 40 days until these things are going to be done. But I believe that's going to be the end of this episode. So yeah, we're basically playing 5 different games this week. 1 game every day. Every game is going to be just about an hour, mainly because time restriction this week. But tomorrow, being Tuesday, I believe it's going to be Islands. We're going to play that for, have an hour episode up for that. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all next week, or see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.